Hello fellow NHS members of the class of 2021. My name is Keisho Tricka and I'll be serving as your president this year. I am very humbled to be chosen by you guys to serve the club to be the best that it can be. This year has been full of challenges, setbacks, surprises, and adjustments to our daily lives. This year will be challenging and I really wish we were here together in person. My 2020 vision is that we will come together to serve our community and become better individuals. We will provide many opportunities to make an impact as a group. Whether it's virtually tutoring students in elementary school, writing letters to senior citizens, or donating food, we will find a way to make an impact here. Tonight, you are here for a reason. You are a role model to others. You are dedicated, hardworking, humble, and you stay true to yourselves. Throughout high school, your teachers and peers have noticed your leadership, and that's why we're honoring you tonight. The individual you are is decided upon by you. We strive to be better people and have a radiant effect on our community. As a group, we share 4 collective foundations of NHS: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. We will now address these 4 pillars upon which National Honor Society is built. An NHS leadership team member will reflect upon the meaning of each pillar.
The first characteristic of a National Honor Society student is scholarship. All National Honor Society members meet the scholarship requirement of a 3.4 GPA on the 4.0 scale. As James Russell Lowell said, true scholarship consists in knowing not what things exist, but what they mean. It is not memory, but judgment.
The second characteristic of a National Honor Society student is leadership. Student leaders are those who are resourceful, good problem solvers, promoters of school activities, idea contributors, dependable, and persons who exemplify positive attitudes about life. Leadership experiences can be drawn from school or community activities while working with or for others. In the words of John Quincy Adams, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader.
The third characteristic of a National Honor Society student is character. The student of good character upholds principles of morality and ethics, is cooperative, demonstrates high standards of honesty and reliability, shows courtesy, concern, and respect for others, and generally maintains a good and clean lifestyle. As Mahatma Gandhi said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others.
The fourth characteristic of a National Honor Society student is service. This quality is defined through the voluntary contributions made by a student to their school or community, done without compensation and with a positive, courteous, and enthusiastic spirit. In the words of John Wooden, be more concerned with your character than your passion, because your character is what you really are, and your reputation is merely what others think you are. I'd now like to welcome Mr. Bolito to give a speech to our inductees.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, on a well-deserved honor. You have worked really hard to get where you are today, and I, Mr. Bolito, as a representative of our Vernon Hills teaching staff, am proud of you. I'm also very humbled to be able to speak to you on such a cool occasion. Welcome to National Honor Society, everybody. Right? I wish we were together in person so I could see all of you dressed up and your proud parents. Unfortunately, you just have to look at me on a screen here for 8 to 10 minutes, or if I get rambling, longer than that. You know, come to think of it, listening and looking at me on a screen for 8 to 10 minutes might actually be viewed as a punishment instead of a reward. So, not sure how you're going to feel about that. And let's be honest, right? This is weird, right? This is weird. It reminds me of my sophomore year, 1994, Wheeling High School, oral communications class, right? It was called Oral Com. We had to give a bunch of speeches. That was basically our only grade, is speech. And the teacher said, always practice in front of a mirror. Always practice in front of a mirror, right? Well, that's kind of how I feel like right now, like I'm talking to a mirror. And let's be honest, by the way, I always did a lot better in front of a mirror than when I got up in front of the real class, right? The mirror doesn't have, your knucklehead friend in the back who's making weird faces, right? And trying to get you to laugh. The mirror doesn't have the cute Greek girl in the front row that you've had a crush on for 4 years, right? Now there's no distractions, just me and you and my speech, right? This could be my best speech yet. Oh man, where's my oral comm teacher now? Man, he should grade this one maybe instead of that persuasive speech I gave back on banning AstroTurf in Major League stadiums. 1994 style. Woo! Let's get to it here. right? I don't want to take up too much of your time, but when I was asked to kind of give a speech for the inductees, I was a little hesitant at first. You guys are the cream of the crop here at Vernon Hills, some of the best students we have. I'm not sure what words of wisdom I have for you that would be valuable. But as I started thinking of a word that's come up a lot over the past few months and been running through my mind lately, and that word is toughness. Toughness. Now, I'm not talking about toughness where, right, you can bench press more than somebody else, right? Or you can arm wrestle, right? Or you drive a cool macho car, right? That has nothing to do with toughness. I'm talking about mental toughness. Mental toughness, right? To me, mental toughness is a combination of many important things. Persistence, right? The ability to persevere, dedication, hard work, and not only doing those things, but mental toughness is doing persistence and dedication and hard work despite difficult surroundings. Listen, I'll be honest, we worked on this a lot this past summer with my 11-year-old twin boys. My 11-year-old twin boys, I'm the coach of their youth baseball team, right? And if someone on their team strikes out or makes an error, right, or walks somebody, right? Oh man, there's a lot of, right, depression. Oh, sadness, right? I go, guys, right? We have to be mentally tough enough to move on to the next play. Because if you don't, then that one mistake will turn into 2 mistakes and 3 mistakes. I believe mental toughness is one of the most important traits any athlete to have. But not only athletes, I believe it's one of the most important traits any human can have, right? Especially in the midst of a worldwide pandemic. Think about the mental toughness that you guys have already shown just these past 6 months, right? You were told and picked up to move out of school with little to no warning. You were stuck in a bubble, right? Trying to do e-learning with your family. Every time you looked on social media, fear and anxiety dominated social media, right? You had to be mentally tough enough in order to go ahead and get through that and still continue to get through it. I know I kept asking myself, how am I going to get through this? How's my family going to get through this? I'm sure you asked yourself the same question. We've been placed in a tough situation these past few months, and I already know that you know. But here's the thing, as a member of National Honor Society, you're going to have to continue to display mental toughness to live up to National Honor Society expectations. As most of you know, right, because you filled out your application, right, there are those 4 important pillars of National Honor Society. There's academics, right, service, leadership, character. Those are 4 things that, believe it or not, you're going to have to continue to use mental toughness, right, this year and even next year as you move on to college. Let's talk about academics for a minute. Many of you are super bright, right? Really, really smart kids. And you put in a lot of effort and hard work already to have good grades. And you're being rewarded for it with listening to me for 10 minutes. But now, here's the thing. You've been thrown a curveball that nobody, right, before you has ever had to deal with. We have this e-learning. Are you going to sit there and go, oh, this e-learning, man, you're going to sit and pout about it? Or you think it's not fair? Or are you just going to slack off because it's e-learning? Or are you going to study with the same vigor and work just as hard, even though your situation has changed, even though you're now in a tough situation? Will you show up on time to your Zoom meetings for class and focus on the task at hand? Don't let the tough circumstances we're in become an excuse to slack off. You were some of the best and the brightest in this school, heck, even in this entire state. Have the mental toughness to persevere and attack your studies with reckless determination. Our second point, service. Service. Service is always a tough one for many students, and I will admit it's a tough one for me now and even back in high school. When I have free time, right, I want to sit on my couch watching football and eating ice cream. I don't want to spend hours upon hours at a food pantry, a church function, or a camp for underprivileged kids. But here's the thing about service. Can we have the mental toughness to look past our selfish instincts? Can we say, man, we're in the midst of a pandemic. People need more help than ever before. Can we do this? Can we look at service as an opportunity? Not as, oh, boo, my coach is making me go help others at a food pantry or going to feed my starving children. I did that last year. But as an opportunity to help others. See, here's the thing. We have a lot, right, in our community and in the world, right? We have a lot of these new keyboard and iPhone warriors. They're out there and they text and they tweet and they put up stories on Snapchat and Instagram, and they always want to talk about making the world a better place. And, right, there's always problems. They want to sit and blame and blame and blame. Right? They will blame anyone for tough times, anyone for problems in the world. But few people have the mental toughness to get up and determination and do something about it by serving others in their community. So go, right? Nah, you've already done it, but do it more this year, right? Do it as you continue to grow. Do it as you continue to move on to college. Get off your butt and go serve people in a time of need. Help those people with an attitude of service, right? Service, whether it is at some charity like Feed My Starving Children or whether it is as an ARC tutor, right? Help those who need it with an attitude of service and be humble and gracious about it. Our third pillar is leadership, right? Leadership. Let me tell you what, leadership is tough. Leadership is tough. You have to put yourself out on a limb, constantly being a leader. You try to be a leader in the classroom, and maybe some kids will start whispering that you're a teacher's pet. You try to lead your friends to do the right things, and some of your friends, or your so-called friends, will stop being your friends because they don't want to be told what to do. Are you going to have the mental toughness to lead? Are you going to lead in a small group in your class when you need to get an assignment done, even though it's awkward over Zoom? Are you going to lead when your friends want to make bad choices on the weekends? Are you going to lead when you see someone being bullied online or on social media? And I'm not telling you this is easy, right? It's not. It's not easy. And there's no 100% right way to handle any of those circumstances. But if you have mental toughness, you can't just sit in a corner and follow. You can't. You cannot just stand by and follow and watch. You have to jump in and lead. Now, some of you say, Mr. Bolito, I'm not loud and crazy like you. I'm not a vocal leader. I don't talk enough. Right? That's not my personality. Who cares? Lead by example. We have tons of great people in our country and in the world who lead by example. We need leaders in our school, in our community, and in our country. You have the opportunity to be a leader in NHS. Now, our last one is another tough one, right? Character. These pillars aren't easy, right? That's why we need mental toughness. Some of you have exhibited great character throughout your years at Vernon Hills. There are many, not one or two, but many teachers who could vouch for you and talk about what a great kid and what a great student you are. There are people who notice what a great kid you are, even though, their class isn't your favorite. It doesn't mean that you're perfect. But when you make mistakes, right, will you have the mental toughness to bounce back? Some of you are sitting here and you know you've made mistakes, right? But hopefully you're in the process of learning from them. Are you going to blame others for your mistakes? Because that's the popular thing to do. It's not my fault. I've never done anything wrong, right? Or will you stand tall, admit the mistake, right? Apologize and work to fix the problem. Will you continue to make the same mistake? Or will you be someone of high character who says, you know what? I made a poor choice. I'm going to move on. I'm going to apologize and move on. When a fellow student later today asks you how, right, take a picture of your test screen, send it to me, I got the same test next period. How are you going to respond? Are you going to be someone who can be trusted? Are you? Because there's an expectation that a member of NHS, you will be, right? Is it easy to be someone of high character? No way, right? Sometimes the easy thing is cheat, lie, blame others. But you as a member of NHS, right? We hold you to a higher standard. You have to have the mental toughness, right? To have that character, even during tough times, even during difficult times. Listen, as I conclude, getting into National Honor Society was not easy, and yet you did it. That shows me you have some mental toughness right there. And for that, once again, I say congratulations. And the faculty is proud of you. Vernon Hills is proud of you. Your family should be proud of you, right? Now, as I leave you here, think about some of these questions. Is this just an honor for you to put on your college application? Some of you are going, yeah, it is, right? That's basically why I'm doing it. But think about this. Those 4 pillars, academics, service, leadership, character, those should mean more than just a little thing on your college application. Those are 4 important traits to make, right, your community, your household, your state, your world, right, a better place. Will you have the mental toughness to continue to exhibit the strong academics? Will you have the mental toughness to continue to be a gracious and humble servant? Will you show steadfast leadership in difficult times? And when things are tough around you, will you continue to have impeccable character? As the top of the top Vernon Hills students, I certainly hope that you would. Thank you for your time and congratulations on making it into NHS.
Thank you, Mr. Bolito. Appreciate your words of encouragement and challenge to us. Seniors, it's my pleasure to congratulate you tonight. I congratulate you on the accomplishment of being inducted into the National Honor Society. You know that at Vernon Hills, we value this organization, and we believe that only the best of the best deserve to be members of the NHS. You should feel proud that you have been selected. I always say as a school that we go as our senior class leads us, and you are the leaders of this senior class. In a year like this, with so much unknown, so much disappointment, and missing out, your leadership is more important now than ever. Whether it's in a virtual academic class, an in-person activity, or sport, or socially within our community, we need you to be the positive face of Vernon Hills High School and of your senior class. Thanks for leading us well. And now at this time, I would like to recite the National Honor Society Pledge and invite you inductees to join in. That's right, you can join in. Read the words along the bottom of the screen. Here we go. I pledge myself to uphold the highest purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been elected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Congratulations. Thank you. And now I welcome Mrs. Garcia and Mrs. Gutzmer to conduct the induction ceremony for our new members.
Good evening. NHS inductees, Mrs. Gutzmer and I are thrilled that you are joining the National Honor Society. We are confident that each of you is a remarkable addition. We look forward to serving our school and community alongside you. We will now induct the members of the National Honor Society.
Leen Abunaiv, Urvi Acharya, Jeffrey Altmark, Neha Anand, Sanjana Anand, Luke Anderson, Tihana Arbutina, Bradley Ah, Tarun Bathanai, Nicole Beck, Nicholas Belmont, Katie Benito, Miriam Besser, Robert Besser,
Jessica Beatty, Claudia Bilkey, Lisa Bamer, Caitlin Bowie, Brisbane Borby, Zachary Brandt, Luke Brand, Valerie Berta, Kristen Kai, Brandon Carrito, Isabella Castilla, Daniel Cha, Jacob Chen, Aishi Chung,
Madison Torello, Tanya Chigarupati, Aiden Coleman, Alec Coronado Gillen, Diego Corrales Luque, Deborah Dominoff, Cole Davis, Danielle Dector, Emma Demas, Ethan Demas, Samuel Devon, Brooke Donaldson, Samuel Dorfman, Olivia Dubin,
Ethan Eckroat, Paige Edelheit, Kelly Fagel, Jamie Feldman, Berlin Flood, Jonathan Ford, Timothy France, Benjamin Froman, J.D. Galliard, Shelby Gershick, Gavin Gilfand, Philip Glenn, Jax Goldovsky, Ashley Gottlieb,
Maddie Grankorvitz, Isabella Greco, Megan Greenfield, Rahul Gupta, Catherine Hansen, Zachary Hansen, Abigail Homer, David Hong, Suman Hong, William Irvin, Daniela Jarrell, Oscar Jedinak, Ian Joe, David June,
Dogwon Jung, Grace Jung, Daniel Kang, Joshua Kaufman, Anusha Kevatikar, Sophia Kazlovich, Benjamin Kim, Chiman Kim, Aaron Kim, Michael Kim, Ryan Kim, Terry Kim, Chantel Corday, Joshua Kramer,
Tessa Kruchek, Madeline Kwan, Owen Laser, Bridget Leary, Evelyn Leary, Sheyung Lee, Jaejin Lee, Junhee Lee, Michael Lee, Joshua Ludolph, Ryan Mann, Gianna Maragos, Jack March, Leonardo Marin,
Nathan Mortarana, Julia Martirano, Amy Matthew, Lane Mays, Jack McDonald, Sophia May, Jackson Miller, Maya Merjanik, Anthony Michiera, Shane Moncayo, Kayla Moy, Abhishek Murley, Ashley Murphy, Prem Nair,
Cecilia Nam, Justin Enai, Hunter Knuckles, Gerda Nye, Sean Erline, Zosha Okinjik, Alyssa Oliva, Maya Oppenheim, Eva Otu, Kimberly Otu, Alejandra Palafox Burbano, Mary Pallid, Aryav Panda, Isabella Papano,
Anjali Parandi, Jordan Pinsky, Joshua Pomerantz, Taylor Proft, Maham Raman, Aditi Ram, Samantha Reinstein, Sean Rockelman, Eric Rodriguez, Evan Rudolph, Jasmine Santiago, Jeremy Schwartz, Xander Schwartz, Noah Seaver,
Gabriella Sarah, Sadie Sheridan, Natalie Skolnick, Sanjay Shrestha, Dylan Sides, Cynthia Cifuentes, Anne Seema, Sean Seema, Mira Singh, Isabella Smollett, Sebastian Sobolescu, Mia Stefani, Tanya Stoiva, Jamie Swanson,
Adrian Zhewakowski, Sydney Takaoka, Nicole Tartakovsky, Melody Teamy, Anna Thomas, Kenneth Tom, Aiden Trachtman, Oriel Trachtman, Keshav Tricka, Victoria Urso, Natalie Varela, Amani Beswani, Ria Verma, Anthony Viviano,
Satvik Bupanathala, Kaylin Watt, Jasmine Williams, Abigail Wisniewski, Noah Wolfson, Amelia Woodrow, Cassandra Woolard, Parker Wu, Claudia Yoon, Timothy Zhang, Daniel Zhiwang, Ashley Ziegler, Joseph Zimmerman, Magdalena Zuchek, Bianca Zulo.
On behalf of Vernon Hills High School, we are excited to induct this amazing group of seniors into the Vernon Hills High School National Honor Society. In addition to the NHS pillars of scholarship, leadership, character, and service, the staff of Vernon Hills High School are confident you will fulfill the district's mission to be daring graduates. Graduates who are dreamers and doers, aware, resilient, inquisitive, nimble, and global. Congratulations.